New York City, the city that never sleeps, is now on the brink of a logistical nightmare. The Big Apple, a bustling metropolis known for its ceaseless energy, finds itself in the midst of a crisis, and it's not due to the skyscrapers or the subway system. It's the roads, or rather the lack of those who traverse them. Truckers, the unsung heroes of our economy, are refusing to deliver loads to the city. You see, New York is not just a city of Wall Street brokers and Broadway stars. It's a city that relies heavily on the transportation of goods, from the fresh produce at the Union Square Green Market to the latest tech gadgets at Best Buy in Midtown. The city's stores, restaurants, and businesses depend on a steady flow of deliveries, brought in by the army of truckers who crisscross the country. But now, many of these truckers are boycotting New York City. The reasons are varied, from concerns over media censorship to the high costs of doing business in the city. The result is a significant shortage of truckers, a situation that's projected to worsen in the coming months. This isn't just a problem for New York City, it's a problem for everyone who calls the Big Apple home or who relies on the goods that flow through its streets. Shipping costs are rising and the price of goods is following suit. This, combined with existing challenges like a migrant crisis, threatens to cripple the city's economy in the long run. But it's not all doom and gloom. Some truckers, driven by profit, are continuing to ship to New York City despite the higher fees. Others, however, are standing firm in their boycott, despite the increased tolls and economic strain. The city's vibrant streets are growing silent, as the lifeblood of its economy, the truckers, refuse to enter its precincts. This is the reality of New York City today, a city on the edge of a logistical precipice, a city in chaos, but it's also a testament to the power of the truckers, the men and women who keep our economy moving, and right now, they're making a stand. But how did we arrive at this point? What sparked this mass boycott? To answer these questions, we need to delve into the motivations behind this unprecedented action by the truckers. Many truckers have voiced their dissatisfaction with the current environment they find themselves operating in. One of the main grievances is the perceived media censorship. Truckers believe that the media is not accurately conveying their struggles and the harsh realities of their profession. They feel that their voices are being stifled, their concerns unheard, and their hardships unacknowledged. But censorship is just one part of the problem. The other major issue is the high cost of doing business. Truckers are grappling with rising expenses, from the increasing price of diesel to the escalating costs of maintenance and tolls. These mounting costs are making it increasingly difficult for truckers to stay afloat, let alone turn a profit. Despite these challenges, there have been attempts to dissuade the truckers from boycotting New York City, yet the boycott continues to gain momentum. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, growing larger and faster with each passing day. More and more truckers are joining the cause, leading to a significant shortage of truck drivers servicing the city. Some might ask, why not just hire more truckers? But it's not that simple. The job of a trucker is not for the faint-hearted. It requires long hours on the road away from family and loved ones. It demands a certain level of grit and resilience that not everyone possesses. This is not a problem that can be solved overnight, and it's projected to get worse before it gets better. The truckers, the unsung heroes of our supply chain, have put their foot down, and the city of New York is feeling the tremors. Their actions have sent ripples throughout the city, affecting businesses, consumers, and the economy as a whole. It's a clear testament to the power that these hard-working individuals wield, and a reminder that their concerns deserve to be heard and addressed. The effects of this boycott are far from isolated. They ripple through the city, echoing in the homes of every New Yorker. But how, you might ask? Well, let's untangle this web. When truckers refuse to take on New York City loads, the immediate impact is on shipping costs. They skyrocket. And when shipping costs go up, so does the price of goods. Everything from your morning coffee to that new pair of shoes. They all come with a heftier price tag. The truckers' boycott isn't just a protest, it's a domino effect. One that topples one economic pillar after another. As goods become more expensive, consumers cut back on spending. This, in turn, leads to businesses suffering. And before you know it, the city's economy is in a downward spiral. But that's not all. The city is also grappling with other challenges. An ongoing migrant crisis, for instance. With fewer job opportunities and the cost of living soaring, many are finding it harder to make ends meet. The truckers' boycott exacerbates this situation, pushing the city closer to the brink of an economic crisis. And let's not forget about small businesses. They're the backbone of our economy, but they're feeling the biggest pinch. With increased shipping costs, their operations are becoming unsustainable. They're forced to either pass on the cost to consumers or cut back on their services. Neither option is ideal, and both could potentially lead to their downfall. So what we're witnessing here isn't just a boycott. It's a domino effect that's shaking the very foundation of New York City's economy. An effect that's not just felt in the bustling streets of Manhattan, but in every home, every business, every corner of the city. New York City, once the beacon of dreams and opportunities, is now grappling with a crisis that could define its future. As the city stands at this crossroads, the future seems uncertain. We've seen the ongoing boycott by truckers, the rising costs of shipping and goods, and the city's economy teetering on the edge. All of these factors have painted a complex picture of what lies ahead. In the midst of this turmoil, the dynamics within the trucking industry have shifted remarkably. Truckers, often the unsung heroes of our economy, have found themselves in an unprecedented position of power. Their decisions to service or boycott a city can now significantly influence its economic landscape. This isn't just about New York City anymore, it's about the role they play in our interconnected global economy. These stalwarts of the highways, the veins of our nation's commerce, are now in the driver's seat, quite literally. Their actions and choices are shaping the fate of one of the world's most influential cities. The city waits with bated breath as the wheels of the trucking industry continue to turn, deciding its destiny.